Now, the Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has told the United Nations that every effort must be made to rid the world of nuclear weapons. He was speaking ahead of unprecedented talks on Iran's controversial nuclear program.
As long as nuclear weapons exist, the risk of their use, threat of use, and proliferation persist. The only absolute guarantee is their total elimination. Pending that day, nuclear weapon states should refrain from any threat or use of nuclear weapons against any non-nuclear weapon state under any circumstances. The current declarations on negative security assurances are inadequate. They must be codified into a universal legal instrument. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, nuclear disarmament remains our highest priority.
Well, that was the Iranian speaking just a few moments ago at the General Assembly. We're joined in the studio now by Dr. Sara Bazubandi, who is a lecturer in international political economy at Regent's University in London. Welcome. Thanks very much for coming in. We saw the Iranian president there addressing the UN General Assembly. A little later, his foreign minister will meet with the US Secretary of State, John Kerry, among others. Just how significant is what we're seeing today?
It's quite significant because this is probably the first time that Iranians and Americans are getting this close to direct negotiations since the revolution in 1979. So this is a groundbreaking move from both sides over the past nearly 3.5 decades, that they finally reached to the point that both sides agreed that it's time to resolve the problems. Now it's a question of who are the stakeholders, how other factors are going to play into these negotiations. I was just reading some of the quotes that the Financial Times printed today on some of the senators and some of the members of the House in the US, and how pessimist they view this whole gesture and positive moves that it's probably been taken by the Iranian officials. So there might be challenges, of course, on the way, but this is quite significant nonetheless.
And the personalities have changed, haven't they? I mean, just watching the UN a little earlier, much milder language used than his predecessor. But are we talking about anything more than atmospherics at the moment? Is there any substance that's likely to come out of the meeting a little later?
This is exactly where most of the pessimism comes from, that people are not really confident how much of a substance are we going to witness over the next few months. For as long as the gesture and the language and the rhetoric is concerned, of course, President Rouhani have taken a completely different track than his predecessor. But we need to not forget that we had another Iranian President Mohammad Khatami, who made more or less the same effort, used probably more or less the same language, but it didn't really lead into anything fruitful.
Is there any difference this time around? He's got the backing, has he not, of Ayatollah Khamenei?
Yes, that is exactly one of the main differences, that the establishment and specifically the Supreme Leader has reached to a point that he seems also being very positive and supportive of the more agreement and resolving the issues with the Americans. And also, the other factor which is quite crucial for President Rouhani is the economic condition in Iran,
which is in a pretty bad state at the moment.
Exactly. And you know, one of the promises that he made during his presidential campaign, that he said he's going to bring back the value of the national currency, he's going to solve the economic problems, and he is quite aware of the challenges on the way. So that's probably the reason that he's very strongly pushing to get these negotiations started, because he knows that it's going to be a very lengthy process and it's going to need years probably to recover the Iranian economy.
But even if you look at the economy, I think inflation now at 40%, the value of the currency dropped, halved over the past year. Even with that, domestically, does he not need to tread a very fine line in terms of a backlash if he seemed to be, making moves towards the US? I mean, the economic sanctions are largely causing this economic problem in his own country.
Absolutely, and economic sanctions started with a much better condition, and President Ahmadinejad called them scrappy pieces of paper, and he didn't believe that they are going to be effective. He didn't believe that Iran is going to be under pressure, and we reached over a very short period of time, probably since late 2011, we reached to a point that now everybody, including Iranian president, is willing to confirm that the sanctions are hurting. We can't really carry on like this, and we need to do something about it sooner rather than later.
Dr. Bazubandi, very good of you to come in. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.